Quite often at the start of your game, you want to get your king out of the way of the middle of the board to get it either side to get out of danger. So a move called castling allows your king to do this. This is the only time a king moves two spaces. What the king can do is it goes 1, 2, and the rook goes the other side like this. The king can castle both sides. Again, he goes 1, 2, and the rook goes to the other side. You'll notice that this puts the rook in the position center board, which is quite strong, and the king is off to the side, so he's not as easy to be attacked. Castling is quite a strong move, but it is a little tricky to get your head around. A couple of things to note is that you cannot castle when your rook that you want to castle with has moved already. So for example, if this rook had moved here, you can't castle now, you can't move your king this way, but you can still castle this side. So you go 1, 2, and your rook comes the other side, just like that. If you had moved your king, for example, you move it here, you can't castle at all, because your king is already moved, so you can't go blah blah and whatever. The other thing is that you can't castle through check. For example, if there's a white rook here, so all the way along here, you can't castle this side at all. You can still castle this side. If, however, the rook is over here, so it goes along this line here, king still moves 1, 2, and the rook moves. The rook can move through check, but the king cannot. If the rook was here, you can't castle through because the rook goes here, and your king can't castle through check. So you go 1, 2, and like this, and it'll be in check, so you can't do that. But if the rook was over here, threatening your rook, you could castle. King goes 1, 2, rook comes to the side. That's okay. Things to remember: it's good to get your king out of the way. The rooks get to the center of the board. You can only do it if your king has not moved. You can only castle with a rook that hasn't moved. And lastly, your king can't pass through check when you're castling.